Hi, I'm Uriah Duffy. So as a bassist, there are many avenues available to you. It can be a job, it can be fun, but in the end, for me, I have a bass in my hands, and that's the most important thing. Come with me and we're going to learn some bass. When playing the electric bass, one often overlooked thing is muting. This is handled in one of two ways from one of two hands. If I'm playing a C right here, regular overhand playing, you don't want some of these other strings to potentially ring. And you'll see when I play, I kind of bring it in, and it's actually more relaxed. It shouldn't feel hard to do. And by relaxing my fingers over these strings, check it out. They don't play, but that C does. It is underneath and ringing from the arc of my fingers. The finger is going over and muting this E string. None of these strings can ring right now because of this hungover finger. If I play a G here, by default, the meat of my fingers is going to be right over these strings, so they can't ring. Another way you can do that, when I'm anchoring my thumb here, playing that G, now if I want to go up and play the C, and maybe the F, notice how my thumb shifted. You can go from here, and you can use these as rests as well. When you rest your thumb on these other strings, it acts as a mute, and it will stop them from ringing, which is great. Let me play a G on the D string. This thumb is muting these strings. That's just how I do it. You can do it any way you want. Depending on the passage, it might determine you're doing a left or right hand mute. Muting the strings when it comes to slapping and popping is very important. Here you use it as a gate, and I like to think of this as the inside of a piano. If you've ever looked inside the inside of a piano, there's an actual mute that comes up off of the string once you hit the note. And when you come off the note, it goes back. So check this out. I'm letting the string ring out. Now I'm going to use some of the slapping and popping techniques, and you'll notice where I mute the strings. If I don't mute them, it'll sound like this. Which sounds kind of cool, but we don't want that. We want it to sound tighter. You'll see this thumb is muting, these fingers are muting, and only letting the notes through that we want. There's another type of muting when you're playing in order to not get the most legato note. Sometimes you want that, but sometimes you want a short note. That is achieved, again, with the left-hand fingers. I'm going to play 16th notes and hear the difference between the legato open sound and the muted sound. I'm going to play open, then closed. So to sum it up, you don't want any extraneous strings ringing when you're playing, but you can also use the mute as an effect.